this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be doing the weekly tarot reading for the sign of Capricorn. Please keep in mind it is a general reading, so it may not apply to each and every one of you. However, you can take a look at this week's reading in regards to your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. So do take a look at your natal chart, see the corresponding zodiac signs, and see which video's title resonates for you most. Now, when it comes to the spread, I'll be pulling some messages again, going back to the old format. Okay, so these will be longer length readings. So I'll be pulling cards from the 3 oracle decks I have here, the Quantum, the Moonology and the Divine Feminine. We'll get key messages using the Intuitive and clarifying with the Waite deck. And as I felt it was a nice addition, I'll also be pulling some angel answers at the end. So hopefully you'll enjoy this format. So, Capricorn, let's see what's coming up for you in the week of the 19th to the 25th of April 2021. So just while I'm shuffling your cards again, I want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and even sharing my videos. It means a lot to have your continued support, so thank you so much for being a part of this community. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell so you're informed of when your next set of readings goes up on the channel. If you'd like a personal reading, you can find the information in the description box below. So you have 2 cards this week from the Quantum, and those are Back and Forth in Reverse and Courage. Okay. So Capricorn, I feel like you've made a decision based on some area of your life. For some of you, I feel like it's in regards to love. Others of you, it's in regards to what you feel is your life's purpose, okay? But I feel like you're deciding to take that bold step forward and go after what it is that you want, okay? Because you know that this new path that you're taking can lead to so much abundance and joy and happiness, right? Emotional fulfillment, as well as possibly a lot of material gain. So instead of allowing your fear to keep you in a stagnant energy or doubt, you're just choosing to go ahead, excuse me, you're just choosing to go ahead anyway. Even if you are feeling unsure, uncertain, a little bit out of your depth because you're stepping out of your comfort zone, you know that this is the route for you to take if you want to achieve a specific outcome. So it's very good. So it's like being a bit fearful but doing it anyway, which I like. Okay, so let's see what the divine guidance is for you. What can help Capricorn on this new path that they are exploring? What can help them maintain this sense of courage and to continue traversing down this path of the unknown so that they may find their abundance, happiness, joy, and bliss? Yeah, amazing. So you have New Moon in Pisces, meditate and contemplate. This energy has been coming up a lot in the weeklies so far. And you also have luck is on your side, New Moon in Sagittarius. There was another sign that had these cards as well, I believe. Definitely this one, but I think they had them both. I just can't remember which sign it is. But anyway, so you could have Pisces or Sagittarius in your chart. You could be dealing with one, but regardless, this is about kind of tempering that energy. Whenever you do feel a little bit overwhelmed, okay, when you get a little bit uncertain and you kind of stop in your tracks, regroup, okay? Because you are being guided towards this new path. So whenever you need that extra boost of encouragement or support, take some time out to communicate with the divine. You know, really contemplate why you decided to embark on this path in the first place. Remind yourself of why you're doing this, okay? Really ground your energy. Spending time in nature will really help with that as well. And just know that yes, luck is on your side because you are taking a path that is meant for you. So you have full support of the divine, which is awesome. Okay, so essentially there's nothing to fear here, Capricorn. And it's okay if you do get a little bit overwhelmed or if you do get a little bit unsure. Just take some time out to just ground your energy, okay? So let's go over to the Divine Feminine and see what the guidance is for you here and the affirmation that can support you this week. Ooh, the deck's upside down. So let's see what goddess energy will be resonating with you this week. So what affirmation does Capricorn need to hear? What can help them move forward with courage this week towards this new chapter. Gorgeous. So the card you have here is the Black Madonna, Our Lady of the Hermits. And it says here, I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love. I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love. Amazing. Okay, so it's like using your past experience, using the wisdom obtained from these key life lessons, okay? As it says, alchemizing your pain and sorrow into joy and understanding, right? Because that will carry you forward. That's what's going to help you get through any sort of hurdle that you may come across in this journey. You have everything that it takes to overcome. Why? Because you are the very embodiment of love. So there really is nothing to fear as long as you stay in your truth, stay in your power, stay in this knowing that you have the divine backing you 110% of the way. You have nothing to fear, okay? So rather than carrying your wounds as something to be ashamed of, carry those wounds as badges of honor, that you have come through the worst of it and is still able to love, give, explore love, even though you've been through so much. That says a lot about you, okay? That says a lot about your strength of character, Capricorn. So that's something to be proud of, not ashamed of, right? Okay. So let's go into the key tarot messages now. I'm very curious what will come up for you. But for a lot of you, I do get a sense that obviously this new path that you're taking is going to affect all aspects of your life, okay? But I do feel like love, like romance, is a big part of it. So some of you may be single or just come out of a relationship. Others of you, I feel like you may have just started dating and you're unsure whether or not you should continue down this path, right? Well, we will see what comes out. Okay. Yeah. For some of you, I feel like you have just come out of a relationship and you're starting something new here. Okay. But we'll get into it. So, the first card out from the tarot is the Five of Pentacles, okay? Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, your energy. So with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like, yeah, you were on the fence whether or not to stay or whether you should go, whether you should cut this off and pursue a new path, a new direction, or if you should stay and try and work through this somehow. But I feel like either you made the final decision to walk away, or the decision was taken out of your hands and you had to accept that this situation is no more. So take it how it resonates for you specifically, okay? But I can see that you're now ready to move on, okay? It's not been easy by any means, as it shows. You have been going through a lot of pain, right, when it comes to this separation. But you're now ready to go full steam ahead towards your healing and to take new steps forward. So maybe you've been in this healing process for some time and now you're considering the possibility of dating again. Okay. So the next card from the tarot is the Fool. Okay. So it doesn't surprise me that this follows the energy. It's like going from one situation and embarking in a whole new direction. Okay. Aries energy. So you could have Aries in your chart. Okay. But I feel like you are choosing a new path here, for sure, okay? And you're being guided to do so. So I feel like whenever, you know, a lot of the time when people speak of the dog here, because there's usually a dog in these decks, depending on obviously which deck you're using, but a lot of the time people see it's the dog is trying to warn the fool so it doesn't end up, you know, taking unnecessary risks. But in this particular scenario, what I'm feeling energetically is that instead of the dog stopping you from taking a risk, you're actually being encouraged to keep going, okay? Because I feel like, you see Harry's looking down at the dog as well. I feel like sometimes you may feel like, maybe I shouldn't go down this path, maybe I should go back. And the dog's like urging you forward. So I'm getting like the reverse in this particular occasion, that you are being encouraged to keep moving forward. So like the dog is trying to remind you of why you're needing to move forward. What was the purpose of you going through everything you just experienced, right? So the universe doesn't want you to backtrack because it's supporting you, okay? That this new path is for you. It's going to help you with your personal growth. It's going to help you explore new pathways, okay, that are opening up. It's also going to help you find new experiences, okay? So it's definitely a part of your life's journey is what I want to say, this new route that you're exploring. The next card is the Three of Pentacles in reverse, so more earth energy. Yeah, so I feel like you may even be changing location for some of you. But I feel like at this moment in time, you're kind of looking at things like, I'm always factoring in what everyone else wants, okay? What everyone else expects of me. What everyone else thinks that I should be doing, how my life should look, right? I'm always taking on board what everyone else wants, what everyone else needs, and supplying the demand. But in this occasion, I need to think about what's best for myself, okay? So this may have been one of your life lessons here. That self-love is essential, that as much as it's great to give to others, and it's important, right? To not be selfish and to be open and loving and giving, you also need to have it in balance so you give back to yourself, because if you're running on empty, you can't even help anyone anyway, right? It's important that you self-preserve, that you take care of self, because if you don't have self, you don't have anything, okay? So that's what you're kind of learning from this whole experience, that you sacrificed your own needs to the point of depletion, but you're not doing that anymore, right? So you've learned from this. The next card you have is the Tower, Scorpio energy, okay? Can also be associated with Aries. I see a lot of Aries energy in your reading. So if you do have Aries strongly in your chart, you may want to check out the Aries reading for this week. But I see this as being a realization, an epiphany, right? As opposed to something falling down. I feel like whatever was in your recent past that already came undone, that's already happened. The tower's already fallen in regards to that. I feel like this is you coming to the awareness of why the tower had to fall, why the relationship, the situation, the environment had to come to an end, right? Because it was preparing you for something better, for something more, something truly aligned, okay? And you needed to learn some valuable lessons here about self-love, self-care, balance, equal give and take, right? All right. And living for yourself on your own terms in a way that's really, that really honors you, you know, honors what you stand for, your principles, your spirit, right? Because the next card as well is the Emperor, Aries energy, as I said. So this is you. This is what it's preparing you for. And don't get caught up on the gender, right? This is just the energy that you're stepping towards, okay? As this realization comes in, these big changes come into your life, it's preparing you to become the Emperor, okay? So you will be moving into your divine masculine, which is where you'll be using your courage to take action, the necessary steps in order to move forward in a new direction, possibly towards new love, building a new environment for yourself, okay? Possibly starting a business. Because I feel like this is a change in all areas of your life, as I said in the beginning, but it's definitely going to lead to a completely new situation in love as well, okay? So you're really bossing up, you're really taking control here. And I feel like you're getting into a very balanced, grounded, empowered place, okay? So essentially, the past cycle did its job. It did what it needed to do. It served its purpose here. And then the last card you have, Four of Wands, okay? So again, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. This is you becoming incredibly empowered. This is you seeing that, of course, this is why it needed to happen, because if I continue down this path, I will get to the finish line. I will get to that point where I meet my true counterpart and we can build this incredible foundation together. We can build a life together, right? So you're understanding how this person that you were dealing with in the past was not the person that you would actually build this foundation with. But instead, they were more like a stepping stone soulmate, right? That would help you in this transformation and this healing process so that you become the Emperor and do get to this Four of Wands. Okay, amazing. So like I said, the connection served its purpose. And I think on both sides, not just for yourself, but also for whatever it was that this person that you were dealing with in the past also needed to learn. Okay, so let's see what the clarifications have to say about this. So this is actually a very pivotal point in your journey, Capricorn, because things are about to become very different for you. It's a whole new cycle that's opening up for you. A lot of powerful realizations are coming into your awareness, right? And you're taking a new approach as well, which is great. And as such, it's going to put you in this very strong energy of the Emperor. And it means that you will be in the perfect energy to create something with someone else. Okay. Oh, there's a few cards, but we'll take it. All right, so let's tie this up a little bit. So let's go into the clarifications. So clarifying the Five of Pentacles in reverse, you have the Chariot, Cancer energy, so you could have Cancer in your chart or been dealing with one. King of Pentacles in reverse, that's Taurus, okay, you could have Taurus in your chart. And Queen of Swords, that is Libra, okay, so we have a few signs coming up in your reading, so take it however it fits for you. I see you as in the past being in the King of Pentacles in reverse mode, okay. So I feel like it wasn't a case of you didn't know what it is that you want. That's not where the indecision came from. You knew what it is that you want, okay? And you were aligned to your will, to what it is that you truly want, okay? But you were... The problem was, it's not that you were... It's not that you weren't aware, okay, of your strengths and your weaknesses and playing to them. It's just you were not stable and grounded in your energy, right? Again, because I feel like you were giving to the point where things were becoming very unbalanced. Maybe there was a lot of uncertainty and a lot of turbulence in your physical environment. Maybe you lost a job, maybe you lost a home, maybe your resources went down significantly, and that was causing instability in your energy. Even though you were very clear on what it is that you wanted to manifest for yourself and you were going full steam ahead towards that, what was affecting you was whatever was playing out in your environment. Either, you know, things falling apart in the relationship, or your lack of financial security or stability. I feel like possibly even both for some of you. And I feel like perhaps whoever was in their divine feminine, you know, gave an ultimatum that things need to be this way, otherwise this has to end, okay? But I feel like, and bearing in mind this is not about the gender, but this is probably the other person, because I do see this as being your energy. So I think the other person essentially was very much like trying to be fair about it, but at the same time, I feel like there was a little bit of a controlling energy here. Like, perhaps they weren't being so understanding. They weren't factoring in some of the challenges you were facing at the time. So it's like the demands that they were making or the expectations they had weren't realistic when you take into account the situations you were facing, okay? The difficulties you were facing, possibly in terms of your work situation, your home life, financial situation, okay? Because you're like, yeah, in an ideal situation, if everything was fine, then yes, I can do this, I can do that, I can give you this, give you that. But I can't do that because I need to sort this out first. So maybe that's what caused the rift. But I feel like more than anything, you realized where you were giving more than you had to give, to the point where it became completely imbalanced, okay? And perhaps, you know, the person you were dealing with had very high expectations. and making some very strong demands, maybe had a very cold energy towards you as well towards the end, to the point where you both decided to end the relationship, or they could be the one that called it off, right? But either way, you've decided to let this go. Clarifying the Fool here, you have the Seven of Cups, okay, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Six of Cups in reverse, interesting. And the Page of Swords, so air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So I feel like you're deciding to move on with your life, essentially. And now you're aware, oh, okay, so I actually have new options here. There are different pathways I can explore, especially when it comes to what will give me that emotional fulfillment, what will help me refill my cup, okay? So that I am in this energy of self-love and self-appreciation. So how do I want to do that? How do I want to refill my cups? So that's where you're confused about. You're not sure which is, how exactly to do that. You're just kind of going with the flow and listening to the nudges from the universe and taking that path, right? But in terms of love, I feel like you have several options here. So you're just exploring which is going to be the best for you, okay? But you know that you cannot give to the past, because that situation is done, over and done with for good. So you're like, okay, so that didn't work out. So what is likely to work out for me? What is likely going to be in my best interest at this moment in time? What's going to give me what it is that I'm looking for, right? And I do feel like perhaps you are in communication with some new people, okay? You may be dating. But I feel like there may be some online communication. With the Page of Swords, I feel like there's a lot of messages going back and forth, possibly between you and several people, okay? Because you're still questioning who would be a good fit, right? So you're not exactly rushing into anything yet. You're just exploring, okay? Clarifying the Three of Pentacles in reverse here. You have the Sun in reverse, Leo. Death card, Scorpio. King of Wands in reverse, that's also Leo. Okay. So you could have ended things with a Leo, possibly, or a Leo could have ended things with you. But I feel like now you're just aware that, yeah, this had to change, because whoever I was dealing with, possibly who was in the King of Wands and then went into the Queen of Swords energy, was actually kind of, sorry to say, a little bit selfish, actually, because there wasn't this middle ground. As I said, there wasn't like a compromise here. It was all their way or nothing. It's like, if you can't give me what I want when I want it, how I want it, then I'm done with you, So it's my way or the highway. That's the energy I'm getting from this. Everything's good as long as it's on my terms. If it's not on my terms, nothing is good. And that's what I'm getting from this. And that's why it had to end. This energy had to be taken out of your life, because that is detrimental to your well-being, okay? It cannot be one-sided to that extent. It's really toxic, actually. When I see the King of Wands energy in reverse, that's a very toxic energy. It's like one of my least favorite court cards to have in reverse, right? It's a very, very toxic energy. So this person was very selfish, okay? They was not very compassionate to you and your needs and the situations you were facing. So they were actually causing more pain in the situation. And I feel like, again, that's why this needed to come to an end. And as well, you putting an end to this people-pleasing energy, right? Where you sacrificed your own well-being to the point of possibly, this could be the thing that actually led to you losing something financially or some kind of resource or even your job, because you gave to the point where you gave your abundance away to someone else. So someone else was probably thriving, okay? This person you were with was probably thriving while you were just being depleted, because you gave all your energy away. But you're learning from this. It's a learning curve, right? This is not to make you feel like crap or, to kick you while you're down or anything like that. It's just to highlight the fact that this was a lesson for you. And you're not going to make that same mistake again. So it served its purpose. Okay. So clarifying the Tower here, okay. You have the High Priestess, Pisces energy. So you could have Pisces in your chart. Do check that reading out if that's the case. 10 of Wands, okay, fire energy. And the Strength card in reverse. Strong Leo as well, okay. Yeah, because I feel like if you were dealing with a Leo, because I don't feel like that's your energy, you could have Leo in your chart possibly, but I feel like this was the person you were dealing with, as I said, right? So you have this epiphany, okay, with the Tower and the High Priestess. That tells me, and especially because you did have the Chariot here as well, so you've got some spiritual awakening energy taking place here, okay? Powerful epiphanies, realizations, downloads coming in straight from the divine. So it'll give you that much needed wake-up call, you know, like, what are you doing? You're overextending yourself to the point of breaking, right? Like, you were making all of the effort, you were taking all of the weight of the situation, you were doing all the groundwork, you were the one that were keeping the relationship afloat, right? What are you doing? Why are you doing this, you know? So you're realizing why it had to come to an end, because bearing in mind 10 of Wands is completion. So even though it's been a long road, even though it was a painful cycle, you've come to the end of this road and now you're choosing a new direction, right? And it wasn't easy by any means, right? With the Strength card in reverse, it wasn't easy at all. But often the hardest thing to do is the right thing. And that meant, in this case, letting it go. So even if this person was the one that walked away from you, you had to allow it to happen, okay? You may not have had the strength at the time to be the one to call it off. So the universe stepped in and this person walked away. But it was for your, for your highest good, okay? Because it wouldn't have led to anything fruitful, okay? So clarifying the Emperor here, you have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, Justice, okay, Libra energy. You could have been dealing with a Libra as well. Someone has strong Libra placements. And you have the Ace of Wands in reverse, okay. So we have the Five of Pentacles appearing twice. So the numbers 5, 55 and 555 could be very significant for you. Do check that out in terms of the numerology. The number 5 is speaking of obstacles, challenges, okay, life lessons. All right, things to overcome, okay, kind of rites of passage. So that's what I feel like this is what this situation was for you. It was a rite of passage. It was a significant life lesson, as we discussed already. So now I feel like it's a case of you have learned that you are no longer going to self-sacrifice. You're no longer going to give up on yourself, okay? You're not going to sacrifice your well-being, your needs, your energy, okay? Your stability ever again. So again, with that Justice card, you've learned the lesson, okay? So you're like, I am never going to put myself in that situation again where I just deplete myself. Never again, okay? So you have learned the lesson, because now that you're in Emperor mode, you are not going to repeat this cycle, okay? You will start something new, but right now I feel like you're still in the healing process, you know? You are preparing for this new path that you're about to embark on, but I feel like you're still kind of alchemizing a lot of your emotions. You're still processing. You're getting to this point of feeling balanced, of feeling empowered, feeling like you are deserving of more. You know, the same respect, love, understanding, support that you give, right? So there's still an integration that's taking place, but soon you will be ready to start something new with someone else, okay? And then finally, clarifying the Four of Wands in reverse, you have the Page of Pentacles in reverse, the Three of Cups, okay, interesting, Two of Cups in reverse, and the Five of Cups in reverse. This is a very interesting combination. That tells me, yeah, that even you're getting to that point where even if this person came back wanting to reconcile, you're not prepared to give to the situation again, okay? And it's like, maybe you feel like this person is waiting for you to chase them, to apologize, you know, maybe they're used to you doing that, but you're not gonna do that, right? You have no intention of reconciling. You also have no intention of getting straight into another commitment. Right now, you're not in that energy though. You're like, it's too soon. Let me just enjoy on giving back to myself, spending time with friends, family, possibly dating, keeping things very light and friendly, you know, and then see where it goes from here. So you're not rushing into anything, but ultimately what you do want at the end of it all is a serious commitment, is what I see. Okay, awesome. So before we close the reading, Capricorn, let's just get some angel answers for you. But it's looking really good. I feel like you're in a very strong position right now, especially with that Emperor being smack bang in the middle of your spread. I feel like you are in a very strong, empowered position. You are in this energy of taking control, okay, taking action, realizing that you are more resilient than you initially thought, okay, that you do have what it takes to move on. Yeah, why am I so surprised that came up? Okay, that you have everything that you need to be successful, to be fulfilled, to have your 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles with another, okay? So let's see. All right, nice. So the cards you have from the angel answers here is romance, okay? So definitely there is love in the air for you. I feel like you'll start dating and there'll be one person that stands out above the rest. And you'll feel that, but you'll take it slow is what I think. You're not going to rush into something with them. You're just going to learn more about them. Really take the time to just enjoy the connection, okay? And build it from the ground up. So you're being encouraged to remain positive because this is coming in for you quicker than you realize, okay? Now that you've released yourself from the past and now that you're doing that alchemization and you're preparing to put yourself out there again, this is on the cards for you. This is coming in very, very soon, okay? Because you also have perfect timing, okay? It will come into play in perfect timing. You see how she's got like an hourglass? It looks like a chalice, okay? 2 rainbows pouring in, being divinely guided, okay? 2 energies becoming one, okay? So this is someone who truly is a divine counterpart that's coming in for you at the right time. So if you've had any questions as to whether or not love is in your immediate future, or you know, if you're about to meet someone that could end up being a lifelong partner, the answer is yes, okay? This is coming in very soon because why? You are alchemizing, you're balancing the light and shadow aspect, your feelings, your thoughts, okay? From being guided with your intuition and taking assertive action, okay? Because you're coming into alignment with that Emperor energy, it's coming in for you. Amazing. So what a great reading. I hope that does give you some encouragement. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And don't forget to hit the notifications bell. And yeah, do let me know if you like this format, okay? If you're enjoying these spreads, okay, or if you prefer the quick fire messages. And yeah, it's looking very good for you, Capricorn. So stay positive, keep going, and everything will work out in divine timing. So send you guys lots of love, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.